Yes, two-wheel drive dirt bikes do exist, and we have one. All-wheel drive dirt bikes might seem like the ultimate cheater machines, but how effective are they really? We've come out here to the wilderness today to find out the answer. I'm going to be putting this American battle tank head-to-head against this Italian supercar today to find out which machine is more effective out there on the enduro course. The test is going to be fairly simple. We've picked out various stages out there on the enduro course that will challenge me and the bikes in different ways. And the stopwatch will be out, so we'll time each of those stages as well. At the end of the day, we'll add up all of the different times across the stages, and the bike that was fastest overall will be crowned our winner. A massive thank you goes to Clive and the guys from H Moto Wadden for giving us this enduro paradise to play on today. Let's meet the steeds. Let's get riding. Will the two-wheel drive bike help turn me into an enduro god? Only time will tell, but I know for sure I definitely need the help. This is the Christini all-wheel drive. It's been featured on our channel before earlier in the year where we did the original tests. It's a wild machine and something that I'd never thought we'd get our hands on. After that first test, it went pretty well and it caught the attention of Mr. Christini, the American guy who founded this company and built these bikes, and he said this is one of the early models and there's some quick and easy upgrades we could make to improve the bike. So he sent a care package across that included a new carb, a new shock, some graphics, a new cover here as well. And the headline news is that new carb has given us a serious power increase, coming from about 33 up to more than 40, and that shock's a big improvement as well. One of the other upgrades that we made to the Christini here was the seat concept seat. I was pretty shocked and amazed to find out that they had a seat that would fit my two-wheel drive dirt bike, so we got one of those sent over, we got it fitted, and it only makes sense that our American bike has an American-made seat. Seat Concepts are a big supporter of the channel. These seats are made in the USA, shipped worldwide. You can get them in a whole load of different shapes, colours and sizes to fit your motocross bike, your enduro bike, or even your adventure bike. Definitely check them out if you're in the market for a new seat. I've left some details in the description down below. We made those upgrades in the summer, so we've been waiting for some suitable weather to give us some interesting conditions to really challenge the bike. It's been raining non-stop for about a month now, so it's certainly going to be interesting out there. We're about to find out if two-wheel drive can make up for the lack of talent that I've got. So let's hit the track, let's find out. As you guys might know, most of our videos are shot out here on location in the middle of nowhere, which makes this thing one of the most important gadgets that we have in our arsenal. This is the Ducati Explorer 300D. I've used Ducati portable power stations for quite a few years now, but this little thing really is a game changer for anyone that needs a properly portable power station that really packs a punch. The Explorer only weighs 2.5 kilograms, but has an output of 300 watts, and there's 5 different charger ports built in, which means when we're out here on location, we can charge our equipment like the drone, the Insta360 cameras, the Crossbox, our Cardo headsets. We can keep all of our gear charged and we can film all day long, all weekend long, and we don't miss any action out on the track. The Ducati Explorer 300D can also be charged with the optional Ducati solar panel, which means that you can keep yourself going if you are out in the wilderness for an extended period of time. No troubles, whack out the solar panel, charge up the Ducati, which will then charge up your equipment. So to sum up, if you need a very portable power source that has the equivalent of 9 power banks in one little unit, then the Ducati 300D comes very highly recommended from us here at 999 Laser. So let's just give you a little track preview to see what kind of conditions and terrain we're dealing with here at Wadden. I wouldn't typically show you something like this, but I did think it was pretty funny watching Clive send it on the quad with the trailer in tow. As you can see, we've got varied conditions here at Wadden. We've got some woods, we've got some open fields, we've got some bogs, we've got some hills. There's lots of variety here to challenge myself and the machines. So I'm looking forward to working out some stages and sending it on board the Ducati and the Christini.
Oh no! Lost his tyre. Okay, so I'm gonna go On to Ducati first. I've got a little section here, stage I've set up here at Wadden. So let's try it on the Ducati. Obviously not an enduro bike, but Ducati have just launched the enduro version of this. And David Knight, to be fair, has raced this bike at enduro events. He came 5th in the Western Beach race, so it's a properly capable machine off-road in these sorts of conditions. Probably more capable than I am. Let's see how this goes. Ready, Dad? Yeah?
The clock is ticking then. To complete stage 1, I have to do 2 laps of this short little loop that we've set up here. I made it a short loop just to make filming a little bit easier for old Dad on the camera.
So we've got a little mix of stuff on the little course here. Some woods down here, some slippy sliding woods. Uphill rut. Checky bit. Oh, a bit too fast. And another techie bit, very slippy slidey here. But we made it through. Struggled on that on my practice lap. Then it opens up. And then some more techie bits through the woods. Oh, slowly down here, easy does it. Oh, that was very slow down there. Too slow, come on. Up and down.
As you can see then, I am definitely not the world's best enduro rider. I'm not very experienced riding in these type of conditions, in this type of terrain, which is why I was super interested to find out if the 2-wheel drive bike would help me improve out here in Enduro land.
Yeah. Right where these people are. Right in the way, mate, well done.
So I'm heading towards the end of lap 1 for stage 1 here on board the Ducati. The track opens up a little bit more here.
A bit more motocrossy around here, a bit more open. Oh no, I've missed the track. Getting too cocky.
So that's a big mistake from me there as we reach the halfway point of the stage. Mistakes are inevitable in enduro, I guess, and I've made a few out there, and I'm sure this won't be my last mistake either.
Straight down. And that's the finish of this stage. I'm going to go one more.
So that's the first lap of the loop complete. I've got one more lap to do before the stage is officially completed.
Feel quite good on the Ducati. A nimble machine for a 450. Got the traction control on as well, so that'll be interesting to see how that fares against true traction control, which is 2-wheel drive. Oh, come on, Max. Oh, this is the hardest section for me. And then deep. Yeah.
We're making good progress on this second loop. We're getting to grips with the bike, with the track, with the conditions.
Oh, God.
But I'm still no Billy Bolt, that's for sure.
Let's try to do this a bit faster. Oh, no. Oh, no. I was just about to say before that mess up. Oh, God, that's gone terribly wrong. But, of course, my lap times here are being recorded by the Crossbox device. The Crossbox lap timing device on my helmet, recording all this data. I'll be able to look on the app as soon as I'm finished for some super accurate lap times and some breakdowns of how fast I got, top speeds. I think that's where this bike's going to eat up to Christini. It's those faster bits. Let's not miss the turning this time, eh?
So just one more turn left in the stage for the Ducati then. I think the bike's performed well considering it's not a full-blown enduro machine.
And across the finish line. Okay, so that was stage 1 done on the Ducati. It's a nice little mixed section now. We had some tricky stuff in the woods, well, tricky for me. Some more open bits where the Ducati can really stretch its legs. Some puddles, some tree roots, some techie stuff. Good first stage. Felt quite good on the Ducati considering my enduro background is big fat 0. So let's see if I can fare any better on the all-wheel drive Christini. Let's see how that goes. So we're about to go and hit the track, and I've just realised that my phone is on 6%. So I'm going to stick it on the Jackery, leave it in the van charging up, because you can do that. It's not a generator, it's not putting out any fumes, so I can charge it up in the back of the van while we're on the track. So another handy little use for the Jackery. Yeah, don't stall it, he said. That's easier said than done. Okay, so it's time for the Christini to step up to the plate. It's a big, heavy unit. I was not kidding when I called it an American battle tank. It is massive. It is so heavy, and it's tough to handle. But let's find out if that two-wheel drive is going to make up for my lack of talent out here in the enduro world. Hopefully, particularly this early section of the track, up through the woods and up these slippery side of hills, two-wheel drive will come into its own. This being down like that means two-wheel drive is engaged, so let's go for it. Ready? And we're away. Woohoo! Oh my god. This feels so different and weird. Through the woods we go. This is going to be the first real challenge, is this bit. Let's go, 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 go. Oh, nice. Back end is all over the place, man. Worth saying this has got a terrible tyre on the back. We kind of handicapped it doing that, but we're through.
So it was super stressful getting through that first section, so I was gutted to see Dad with his hand out to say that we forgot to turn the crossbox device on, which meant I had to go back to the start line and begin again and try to make it through that difficult first section without any mistakes, which is a lot easier said than done, I can assure you that. But here we go. We've started again and the crossbox device is on. We're logging the lap times. Let's do this.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
So like I said, this first uphill left-hander and the uphill section here is the trickiest part of stage 1. Let's see if I can make it through clean.
I'll go through there. Oh, slightly off balance.
That would be a negatory. So I've stalled it, which is a disaster. We had problems on the warm-up laps with the electric starter not working properly, which explains my frustrations here. I knew this was a possibility. The button wasn't working, the kicker wasn't working, so that meant every time I stalled it, Dad had to come to the rescue with some tools and a jump pack to get the bike fired into life. Here he comes to save the day. I'm going to head back to the start line and go again. I want to give the Christini a fair shot here. Let's try this. Third time lucky, eh? Let's do it. So I was fully focused to try and make it through this difficult first section and then crack on with the rest of the stage. Let's see that front wheel drive system working its magic through here. I accidentally went for a slightly different game plan, going up the hill, went wide, crossed across the ruts. Made it through. Now it's really wet and boggy here. You can see the front wheel drive working away, dragging me up. It's not pretty.
You know.
Slowly but surely we're out of the deep stuff. We're back on the gas and we're on it now. Let's see if we can complete the rest of this lap without a mishap. It might not be pretty, but I'm determined to do it. Let's find out what the Christini is truly made of. Oh dear. So that's another stall, and I felt something feeling very weird on the front end. This was going to be a long day, a long stage on board the Christini. I couldn't get it started on the button once again. I tried on the kicker, tried and tried and tried, to no avail. So Dad got the tools out once again, we got the jump pack out, and got the bike fired into life. I'd given up trying to complete a full lap, the clock was on, I lost a load of time.
Oh, something's on the front.
The Christini's definitely not going to win this stage.
Oh God, something's really bad on the front.
But I was determined to complete a lap, complete the stage nonetheless.
I don't know if it's the forks or something wrong with the front wheel drive, but it feels horrible. I've got no... Oh God, that feels gross.
So there was something dreadfully wrong with the front of the bike. Either the forks or the drive shaft down to the front wheel drive. Stay tuned to find out what damage I've done to the Christini. So like I said, it's not been pretty, but I was so determined to get the Christini to the finish line of the stage.
And it runs like a bag of shit. Oh God.
It just wasn't going my way out there. Sometimes these shoots do not go to plan. And this is definitely one of those occasions.
Got no top end. Oh God. Oh, what is that? Oh no, what is going on?
So I'm about to complete a lap, but not the entire stage. It was 2 laps for the entire stage, but I've decided to call it quits early.
Can't stop. Something's so wrong with the front.
I just did not want to do any more damage.
Something's wrong with the front. Something's broken. The forks aren't going down. Just hold it, I want to show the camera. Is it, that's not sheared off, is it?
No, it's the bolts coming out.
That happened before that last stall, through here.
Is it in two-wheel or single?
It's in single now.
And just like that, the test was over. With the Christini in ill health, we decided to stop there, head back to the pits, and decide a winner from the performances we saw on the first and only stage.
So it's lunchtime, we've just spent a few hours out on the track, come back. Phone's at 100%. Thanks to Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey. Okay, so test complete, and it wasn't quite as extensive as I was hoping. We only managed one stage out there because this thing was hard work. I don't even need to download the Crossbox lap times and data to crown a winner here today. The winner was unequivocally the Ducati Desmo 450. The Christini was hard work out there today. It's an awesome piece of engineering. It's so cool, it's so quirky, it's so different. I'm really, really glad that we've got one in the collection. But just out there in the field today, out in the wild, in my hands, it was not the machine for the job. We had problems with the battery, so every time I stalled it, it wouldn't want to start on the button here, and it wouldn't want to start on the kicker either. So we had to take the seat off, the seat concept seat. We had to take that off, get the jump packs started that way. So that was a real pain in the bum. And that is a brand new battery in this as well. We replaced it after our first test because we had the same problems. So yeah, every time I stalled it, we had to do that, and I stalled it more than I would like to admit out there. It didn't run very well, I didn't seem to have any top end. I said that in the original test, it felt pretty gutless for a 450, and it still does, despite that new carb. It's probably got a few more ponies in there, but compared to this, you're fighting a losing battle in terms of the power. And then we go to the 2-wheel drive system. The rear tyre on this, we handicapped the bike, the rear tyre on this is naff. That probably could have done with been replaced before this test, but that's hindsight. When the two-wheel drive system is engaged, when this lever is down, it does change the bike massively. It's a heavy old tank normally. Flipping that switch down doesn't stop it being a heavy old tank. You just have the extra benefit of that front wheel dragging you up the slippy hills. But in the straight lines, in the faster corners, it doesn't really benefit you at all. And then on this, I didn't feel like I even needed two-wheel drive to get out of the tricky bits, the slippy uphills, over the tree roots and stuff. It was a nimble machine, you could throw it around. I felt way more confident on the Ducati than the Christini. This is an enduro bike, this is a motocross bike, and this has won the enduro test for us here today. I just didn't feel like the two-wheel drive system was benefiting me enough to overcome the drawbacks of the bike, it being so heavy and cumbersome around a tight and twisty little stage that we set up there. And then ultimately at the end of the stage, the real reason why we stopped was because we have an issue with the drive there on the front. It's like popped out and we couldn't fix it when we was out there. We think it'd be an easy fix now we're back, but when we was out there we didn't have any tools, we was quite far away from the van. I didn't have any movement on the front fork, so it didn't feel very nice, and that kind of put a stop to play on the Christini. So like I say, in every conceivable way, the Ducati won this test. In terms of braking, speed, power, manoeuvrability, enjoyment, whatever factors are there. Lap time, definitely had a faster lap time. Suspension.
Not necessarily the cool factor.
But not the cool factor, yeah, that's true. It is a Ducati motocross bike, it is pretty cool. But I will still give the uniqueness, cool factor to the Christini. Two-wheel drive bike, you don't see them. They are really unicorns, you don't see two-wheel drive bikes out there. Maybe this is why, maybe they're just a bit too heavy. So, to sum it up, the Ducati wins today, but I've still got a special place in my heart for the Christini all-wheel drive bike. It's so cool, it's so different, it's so quirky. It just wasn't the tool for the job for me today in my inexperienced hands. And a big thank you to Mr. Christini. Without people like him designing and building machines like this, the world would be a much duller place. So it's a wild machine. You do not see many two-wheel drive dirt bikes, but you do here on 999 Laser. So it's the end of the day. I've drained all the batteries from my cameras, so sun's going down. Let's charge up the Insta360 here before we pack up and head home for the day.